started. Alright, so the next test was our setup as a source and Opal RT. We'll be picking our source from here and then Opal RT is simulating the load. So the explanation was it depends on what you want to use as load. So the power can come from the PV, so from the solar test bed at the back, or you can have you can use the battery. The battery is also at the back. Whichever DC source you have, it will have to go through the inverter to convert from DC to AC. Then you connect from the inverter to the transformer module. So the transformer outputs 12 volts there. So you can connect directly from the transformer to the power adapter here. So we have line and neutral. You do this connection, we have 12 volts going in, but then the transformer inside the power adapter will step up to 120 volts, and that goes to the output at the back side. And this is connected to the bus bar, and the bus bar is also connected to the power amplifier. So that's how you can have this as a source and the amplifier as well.
Can you please show that in the single line diagram?
Yeah, so
The software?
yeah, so assuming we're using solar as our DC source, so we have the PV panel. Well, you can also have a charge controller that will charge the battery. So the charge controller can be supplied from the PV panel. So over here for this single line diagram, we have two sources. So we can choose to pick the source from this or from the solar power, so that we can set the ATS model to switch to the second source. That would be our solar. So that would supply power to the bus bar. So you just have to do line to line at the back of the power amplifier.
I have one question. When we do this, can we use like the Opal RT as a generator as well? Or we can just use the hardware as a generator?
Yeah, so I think he was saying for now we can't connect two sources together. So we have to have only one source. So either we are using this as a source or Opal RT rather as a source.
You can connect two different sources to two different loads, but in case you would like to connect two different sources together, then you need to synchronize those, right?
Yeah.
So for this specific setup, you don't have a synchronization module. Later on, we can discuss and we can supply to you that kind of module as well. For this specific single line diagram, either the load, any given load, either supplied with one or the other source. But of course, the Opal RT can act as a source as well and use the real physical loads as a consumptions. So, and in the single line diagram, you have that scenario as well.
So like I think you were asking if you can have two sources. Like as you connect for load, can you also connect as source, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can do that because the power amplifier, it has like two groups. There's one the part where so you can connect one as line to line and then the other side as line neutral for the source. To PhD. Yeah, any questions, class?
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Very nice explanation. Okay, great.